My name is Patrick Robinson, aka Pat the Rock, former professional basketball player. Now I'm a professional basketball trainer. I work with kids starting at age 1 all the way up to the pros, NBA players as well. I was born and raised in Prince Frederick, Maryland, which is in Calvert County. I'm excited to talk to you guys today about fighting forward. When I hear a message like that from the NAACP, that reminds me of my journey as a basketball player, as a youth, growing up, going through different adversity, whether it be on the court or off the court, but continue to fight forward for my dream, my goal, which was to be a basketball player. As a kid, it is very important to set goals, to have something that you want to achieve in life. And that gives you a reason to get up every single day. For me, like I said, my dream was to be a professional basketball player. I wanted basketball to be my job one day. So, when my other friends were waking up at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m., I had to be up at 5 a.m., running 3 miles, dribbling a basketball. One of my favorite phrases is, I used to take my basketball everywhere. Now my basketball takes me everywhere. So literally, you have to be passionate about whatever it is that you want to accomplish. Don't let anything stop you. Never give up on your dream. You literally have to continue to fight forward, all right? And the most important thing about that phrase is not just the word fight, but also forward, meaning that you're always moving forward in anything it is that you want to accomplish. Never looking back. There are going to be times when you don't want to work as hard or you don't want to continue to push, but you have to remember the end goal, what it is that you're trying to accomplish. I can remember growing up in Calvert County, practicing at the parks every single day. Some days my grandmother would tell me that it's too hot outside, it's a heat advisory, you can't go out and practice. And I would literally wait until she went to sleep, and I would sneak outside and practice and work on my game every single day, just fighting for that dream, because I knew one day, it might possibly pay off. And I can remember even my friends, sometimes they wanted to stay inside in the air condition and play video games. And I always thought, why would I be playing video games when I could be practicing and working on my own game? And just to give you guys kind of an idea of how it works, when you sacrifice something, when you work extremely hard, you might not see the results right away. Sometimes it'll take a year, 5 years, 10 years, maybe even 15 years. So as a kid, I didn't play those video games. I was outside practicing, and probably about 10, 15 years after that, I was able to be a character in an actual video game. So, I've been featured in over 12 video games with a company called NBA 2K, and also another video game called NBA Live. So when you guys see the crossovers or the dribbling moves or the shots, it's really me in a suit reenacting those moves. So I tell you guys that for the simple fact that you have to continue to work extremely hard and never give up on your dreams. In high school, I was the smallest kid on the team, so I literally had to fight for my spot to even make the team. In the off season, I would have to work hour upon hour upon hour, and then upon making the team, I was actually the smallest player on the team, so I didn't get a lot of playing time. I didn't play the whole game. I wasn't a superstar, but that actually motivated me to work even harder. So that's the great thing, when you guys are working towards those goals and what it is that you're trying to accomplish, remember that adversity builds character. It's how you respond to it. Plenty of times I could have gave up. I could have quit. I had every right to not keep pressing and fighting towards my dreams, but something told me to not give up. And what really helped me was a simple message that I got when I was a kid. 3 simple letters. Those letters are not NBA, but AIP. What's that stand for? That stands for anything is possible. Anything is possible. I got that message when I was a kid, And it really stuck with me, and it helped me continue to fight forward in anything I did, not just on the basketball court, but off the basketball court. Fighting for better grades. It helped me to want to be the best student I could possibly be. Turning those C's into A's. Being the first person to arrive in the classroom. Being the first person to arrive on the basketball court. Wanting to read more books. Doing those extra things and actually believing that message, anything is possible, is true. And I can say 10, 15 years later now, it really inspired me to continue to fight forward in anything I do. You can see it's back there on the wall. Back there, you see the 3 simple letters, AIP. So I encourage you guys to take those letters as you pursue your fight towards your goals. And remember that anything is possible. As long as you never give up, you can achieve anything that you want. That's the best advice that I could possibly give you. I know it's true. It worked for me. After high school, I went on to college, the University of Cincinnati. I went there for 2 years. I was able to learn a lot in the classroom, learn a lot on the basketball court. From there, I went on to pursue a professional basketball career. At the age of 19, I became the youngest player to join the team by the name of the Harlem Globetrotters. This was a dream of mine, to be able to travel and play basketball all over the world. And it was truly a reason for me to continue to fight and continue to move forward in my dreams of making it as a basketball player. One thing my grandmother used to always tell me is to hold high the torch. To hold high the torch. That means anything that you do, anything that you're trying to achieve in life, you go for it at the highest standard. All right, you do it with the most integrity. And that goes for life, education, that goes for athletics, anything that you're trying to accomplish. And so having a great message like that helped me to continue to fight. I think that's very important that you guys set an example, not only for your friends and your peers, but for the next generation. And that's what I always wanted to do. Growing up in a small town like Calvert County, I always made sure I came back home and tried to inspire the next generation of youth and help them continue to fight forward in anything that they wanted to do. And remember, especially for the athletes, that student athlete, the word student comes before athlete. So your education comes before anything. That's very, very important. That's very key in your journey towards fighting forward, because that's something that they can never take away from you. And I think it's very important that you guys continue to read books, educate yourself, learn about the history, about the people who paved the way. And I think that's very, very, very important. I put my basketball career on hold to actually start teaching the game and training and helping the next generation. My goal was to change lives one bounce at a time. I found out instead of me focusing on my career, trying to make it to the NBA, I could help more people by just training and teaching them. So what I did was I started the Path to Rock Basketball Skills Academy about 15 years ago. And we started in a small classroom at Mount Hope Community Center. We didn't even have a basketball court there. We just had a classroom and a boom box. We started with 3 students, and we would just literally dribble the basketball for an hour. So, this was years ago, starting off with 3 students. Now, this is our new facility here in Rockville, Maryland. We have over 20,000 students. I say that because this did not happen overnight. I did mention that it took almost 15 years. So that's definitely a lot of fighting. That's definitely a lot of moving forward. And that's the most important thing. You can never give up. If you're unsuccessful the first time, that doesn't mean anything. Before success is failure. Before success and failure. Anybody who ever achieved anything great in life, they failed many times prior to being successful. All right, so that's just right there is reason for you to continue to fight forward in anything that you want to achieve. I think organizations like the NAACP, you know, what they do is it's amazing, providing a platform for the youth to be able to be inspired, to be able to build self-confidence and know that they can, you know, push towards their dreams and goals. Definitely having access to organizations like this as a youth, for me, you know, was very beneficial to be able to see people achieve things and give back to their communities and let us know the importance of what it is to give back. For me, I know I'll never forget where I came from, where I started at. Being able to go back to the Mount Hope Community Center, which is the first place where I started my classroom, and it helped me get to the point of where I'm at now. When I think about that, I'm looking at one key word. That word is hope. The name of the community center is Hope. And that's all I had as a kid. You know, growing up in a single parent home, you know, my mom didn't have a lot, but she always provided a way for me to be able to do the things I enjoyed, you know, which was basketball. And, you know, like I said, Mount Hope Community Center provided that platform for me to be able to inspire kids from all over the world. And I wanted to go back and give to that organization, to that program. And so we refurbished the basketball courts. We painted them, made them look real cool for the kids. And we just wanted to give them access to something better, to be able to create a better community and let them know that they can achieve anything when they continue to fight for it. We literally were able to keep hope alive, like Jesse Jackson used to say from the NAACP, keep hope alive. And that's what it's all about, you know, being able to give back. So just always remember that AIP, anything is possible. Continue to fight forward in anything that you want to do, anything that you want to achieve, and never give up on your dreams.